light, shadow, and reflection. Hello, friends. I am Geetika Bajaj, student of class 6th. I am again here with you with another topic of physics, that is light. Here we shall be discussing about light, sources of light, shadows, and reflection of light, etc. Light. Light is a form of energy. It is essential for life. On Earth, green plants use energy of light in photosynthesis. During photosynthesis, oxygen is given out. We breathe in this oxygen. When we burn wood for cooking or for warming ourselves, we utilize the energy of sunlight, which has been locked up in plants. In fact, energy of all fossil fuels such as petroleum, coal, natural gas, etc., has been derived from the light energy of the sun. We depend upon light energy for our requirements of food, oxygen, and fuel. Light travels from one place to another at a very high speed. It is 3 lakh km per second. Actually, when we see the sun rising in the sky, we see it after about 8.25 minutes after it has already risen because sun is far off from the earth. Sources of light. The objects like sun, stars, etc. are the sources of natural light, whereas objects like candle, tube light, and bulb, etc. are human made sources of light. The objects that produce their own light are called luminous objects, and those that don't produce their light are called non luminous objects. When light falls on a moon, luminous objects such as a book, it gets reflected in different directions. When the reflected light reaches our eyes, we are able to see that object. Moon is a non-luminous object. It shines because it reflects the light of the sun. It has no light of its own. Light always travels in a straight line. It cannot bend. It can only be reflected. The property of light traveling in straight line is called rectilinear propagation of light. Due to this property of light, shadows are formed. Rays and beams. A very narrow path of light represented by a line with an arrow head is a ray of light and beam of light is broader and consists of several of rays. Transparent, opaque, and translucent objects. Transparent, they are the objects which allows light to pass through them. For example, plain glass. Opaque, they are the objects which don't allow light to pass through them. For example, wood. Translucent, they are the objects which allow little amount of light to pass through them. For example, butter paper. Shadow. As light always travels in a straight line, if some opaque object comes in its path, a shadow is formed. Shape of the shadow depends upon shape of object, position of source of light, size of the source of light, no matter what the color of the object is. Color of the shadow is always black. Shadow is sunlight. Changes in length and direction during the day as the sun changes its position in the sky. The eclipse of the sun and the moon occur because of these shadows. Solar eclipse when the sun, the moon and the earth comes in a straight line with the moon in the middle. The shadow of the moon will fall on earth. Then solar eclipse occurs. Solar eclipse. Dark side of the moon faces earth. Therefore, a solar eclipse will take place on a new moon day. Lunar eclipse, when the sun, the moon, and the earth come in a straight line with earth in middle. The shadow of the earth falls on the moon. Then it is lunar eclipse. Now, to sum up, light is a form of energy. The objects that produce their own lights are called luminous objects. Objects that do not produce their own light are called non-luminous objects. Light travels in a straight line. A beam of light is broad and consists of several rays. Transparent objects. They are the objects which allow light to pass through them. Opaque objects. They are the objects which do not allow light to pass through them. Translucent objects. They are the objects which allow amount little light to pass through them. Shadow is formed when an opaque object comes in the path of light. Shadow is always black in color. Like, share, and subscribe. Friends, I hope you like my today's video. If yes, so do give this video a big thumbs up and share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a great day.